Good morning, students. I welcome you all. I hope you all are fine and safe along with your family members. Today I will continue the chapter, The Address, which is chapter number 2. In previous tutorial, we read that when narrator reached the address, house number 46, Mrs. Darlin did not greet her in a warm way. And narrator was confused that why Mrs. Darlin's behavior was like that, and she came back from there, but she has many thoughts about her past and her mother. What happens next, that we will read now. So let's begin. My mother seemed to notice that I was not entirely convinced. She looked at me reprovingly, and after that we spoke no more about it. In previous paragraph we read that now this girl narrator, she remembers that whenever in the past, whenever Mrs. Darlin used to come to their house, while going she took many things, and now when this girl, she showed her disinterest, her mother tried to convince that Mrs. Darlin was a very nice lady and she was helping them because that was time of war. Now when in this line she says that when my mother seemed to notice, when mother noticed that I was not entirely convinced, means narrator was not convinced, she looked at me reprovingly. What is meaning of reprovingly? To prove again. What did she want to prove? That Mrs. Darlin was a good lady, nice lady, helpful lady. She was helping this family, and after that we spoke no more about it. And about it, this is again, this it is that giving things to Mrs. Darlin. So narrator says that after that we never spoke. Narrator and her mother, they never spoke about it. Meanwhile, I had arrived at the station without having paid much attention to things on the way. Now why she is saying that she could not pay attention towards the thing on the way? Because her mind was full of thoughts that we have read in previous 2 paragraphs, that continuously she was thinking about her past, about her mother and about Mrs. Darlin. So that is why she could not notice things on the way. I was walking in familiar places again for the first time since the war, but I did not want to go further than was necessary. I didn't want to upset myself with the sight of streets and houses full of memories from a precious time. Now this precious time is childhood of narrator, and she now she is saying that actually she did not want to upset herself because she was attached towards those things. That is why she has used this word precious. So she says that I did not want to go further than was necessary. Why? What was the reason? Because I did not want to upset myself with the sights of streets, and this is a very natural thing that we are more attached to our childhood things, childhood places, childhood relations, childhood friends. So in the train back, I saw Mrs. Darlin in front of me again, and as I had the first time I met her. It was the morning after the day my mother had told me about her. I had got up late, and coming downstairs I saw my mother about to see someone out. A woman with a broad back. Now when she is she's saying that in the train, now she was in the train, and she is remembering about Mrs. Darlin, and as I had the first now she remembers the first time she met that lady. It was the morning after the day my mother, and she noticed that her mother was actually waiting for somebody, and then mother told that a woman with a broad neck. So this woman with a broad neck, she is describing Mrs. Darlin. There is my daughter, said my mother. She beckoned to me. Now mother introduced narrator to that lady, that she is my daughter. The woman nodded and picked up the suitcase under the coat rack. She wore a brown coat and a shapeless hat. So that time when narrator was a child and she saw Mrs. Darlin first time, she was wearing brown coat and shapeless hat. And she picked suitcase because things were there inside the suitcase, and she was taking those things to her house. Does she live far away? I asked, seeing the difficulty she had going out of the house with a heavy case, and that suitcase was very heavy. So the narrator asked to her mother that does she live far away? In Marconi Street. Now this is the address, said my mother. Number 46, remember that. This line is very, very important. This line is very, very important. See, you can see the address is the name of the chapter. Actually, I wanted to explain the address before starting this chapter, but I thought that when I'll come here, this line I will read, then I will explain. So this line is also very important because only one address, this address was given by mother of narrator. And what was that? Number 46 in Marconi Street. And after many years, when narrator went there, she just remembered that address only, number 46 Marconi Street. So you can see how important this is, that name of the chapter is given, also the address. I had remembered it, but I had waited a long time to go there. Initially, after the liberation, I was absolutely not interested in all that stored stuff, and naturally, I was also rather afraid of it, afraid of being confronted with things that had belonged to a connection that no longer existed, which were hidden away in cupboards and boxes and waiting in vain until they were put back in their place again, which had endured all those years because they were things. Now, narrator says that after liberation means after freedom. Earlier, I was not very much interested in all those things. Why? Because she was thinking that if I would go there and I will see all those things, so I'll remember my past and those things, because she was connected to those things, because those things were connected to people that time. But now all they are not there. Even her mother is also not there. So she thinks that if I'll go there, I'll feel those feelings, I'll be more upset. So she says that all those things were kept inside the boxes because those were things. That is why those things were kept inside cupboards and boxes, because those were things. But though those things were lifeless, but things were connected, related to the people, those were alive. And when she will think about all those things, she will remember those people also, those who are not there now. But gradually everything became more normal again. Bread was getting to be a lighter color. There was a bed you could sleep in unthreatened, a room with a view you were more used to glancing at each day. And one day I noticed I was curious about all the possessions that must still be at the address. I wanted to see them, touch, remember. Now she says that in the beginning she was afraid, she was scared of her feelings. But after some time, gradually, day by day, everything became normal, and it happens. Whatever problems we face in life or grief we have, but time, it is saying that time is the best healer. So now she says that in beginning she was not very much interested about those things, but gradually she realized that she wanted to see all those things and touch all those things. After my first visit in vain to Mrs. Starling's house, I decided to try a second time. Now a girl of about 15 opened the door to me. I asked her if her mother was at home. Now she's saying in vain means no use. So she says that first visit was of no use because Mrs. Starling, she did not greet her. She did not want to talk to the narrator. But now narrator, she decided that one more chance I'll give there, or I'll try once more. And when she reached there, she saw that there was a girl of 15 years, about 15 years old girl. And this narrator, she asked that girl whether her mother was at home. No, she said, my mother's doing an errand. No matter, I said, I'll wait for her. That girl said that her mother was not at home, she was outside for some work. And this time narrator said that okay, she was interested in waiting for her mother. So that's all for today, students. Now time for homework. Read this chapter properly. And in previous tutorial I give you homework to know about war, Holland war. I hope you have done that homework. Now today's homework is you read this chapter properly and prepare your doubts for doubt class. With this, I wish you good health, stay healthy, stay safe. Thank you.